Mm-hmm. Okay. It's time to write a poem. Pick words that you think your favourite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem most. They're moving. Okay. We have 120. Oh shit. What did I just press that? Hold on. Graveyard? Tragedy, determination, otherness. Graveyard. It's not exactly a poem, it's just words. Suicide. Explode. We'll go with explode, that's a bit more fun. In a graveyard. Anger, jumpy, variance, unrequited. Crimson. I guess we're kind of bouncing. Wait. Okay, so she's just bouncing more. I think I see how it works. Okay, I see how that works. Hi, gay Jamie. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I kept my word. Well, I'm back here in the literature club. I was last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Hope this isn't overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Like he deserves any slack. So you already told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year too. I don't know if you just plan on coming here and hang out or whatever. But you don't take us seriously when you want to see the end of it. Chill out. You clearly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back in her seat. Jamie always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me busy without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning. Nah, you don't want me doing either of those. I'm dependable. So yeah, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. So you help someone who is bad at cooking by almost being just as bad at cooking. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? might be a little jealous. How come? You and Jamie can become good friends too. So, as usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri even bought you something today, you know. Wait, me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What did I do? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. Guess that means it's up for me to rescue the situation. Don't worry about it. First at all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make much of a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright, then here. She pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, and might keep your attention, but even if you don't usually read, we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. You can read it in your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are clearly having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried at a book, and I can't help but notice her intense expression like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging through the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri more. At the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. Take a glimpse of what she's reading, it looks like the same book she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Ah, crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me and her eyes meet for a split second. That only makes it harder. That only makes her hide her face deeper into the book. Sorry, just spacing out, yeah. I'm out of this sense and I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. I'm just rereading a bit of this, so it's the book that you gave me, right? I wanted to reread some of it, just in case, you know, for no particular reason, like if I need to have a conversation with you, yeah, just curious. How come you have two copies of the same book? Well, I stopped by the bookstore yesterday. Not what I meant. Wait, who said that? Me or him? Me or her? Ah, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy two of them. Don't just buy two of the book on accident. Something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. It's starting to pick up. You might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. That's so. What's it about anyway? Well... Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. Portrait of Markov. It's an ominous looking eye symbol in the front cover. Just want to make sure I don't actually give you... I just wanted to make sure I don't actually accidentally give something away. Basically about this girl in high school moves in with her long lost younger sister, but as soon as she does, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships and her life starts to fall apart. It's kind of dark, and Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, and then that dark turn came out of nowhere. I don't know if I should be concerned about this giggle. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing? No, it's not like that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy these kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Oh yeah, I totally forgot. Yuri is into these things. She's still shy and reclusive from the outside, but her mind seems to be completely fucking different. It's just that those kind of stories, they challenge you. What the hell is going on in fucking Discord? What's this now? Okay, it's that place. They challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy. This is an old word I can't fucking pronounce half the time. Philosophy. That we believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you can relate to the protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. Sorry. Don't apologise. I haven't lost interest in anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books or writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I No, you're fine. You're fine. Just means you're passionate, yeah. Least I can do is listen. It's Electrica Club for fuck's sake. I mean, you know, it's kind of a point. That's true. In fact, I might as well just get started reading. You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. Take that out of the bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I'm next to her now. Are you sure that's fine? You seem a bit apprehensive. It's not like I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not really used to. That is reading in company of someone. See, well, you know, okay. If I end up distracting you or anything, just tell me. Alright. Open the book and start the prologue. I still don't understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can read her presence over my shoulders. I read. It's not particularly a bad thing, maybe a bit distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realise that she's not actually looking at her own book. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Then why have the other book then? Do you apologise a lot? You really apologise a lot, don't you? I do? That's because you're Canadian. You're not Japanese, you're Canadian. That's what's going on here. I don't really mean to. Sorry, I mean... This should work, right? Slide my desk until it's up to Yuri's and then hold my book while doing the two of them. I suppose so. She timidly closes her own copy once we lean in the bed. Soldiers almost touching. Fuck's sake, just kiss already. Feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. Yeah, now you've just made it awkward. That makes things a lot easier. And so far, no one else has noticed this. Yep. I do the same with my hand on the right side of the book. Yep. Right on the bed, yep. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer than before. Actually kind of distracted me. Feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Oh, come on man, get your mind out the gutter. God damn it. I think I got distracted for a second. Yep. Alright, I turned the bed, yep. Right on the bed, yep. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer than before. Actually kind of distracted me. Feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Oh, come on man, get your mind out the gutter. God damn it. I think I got distracted for a second. Yep. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's a... Aye aye? Oh, that's, OBS. You're not so used to reading. I don't mind being patient if it takes you longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Prevalent? What the hell is prevalent? Since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, I got dyslexia, so we might just take a slight while longer. It's good for exams, having dyslexia. Gives you more time. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume she finished the page before me, so I turn in my own volition. Continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. This might be a silly thought, but the main character kinda reminds me of you a little. You think so? How does she? I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also second guesses all the things she says and does. She's afraid she will do something wrong. It's not like I can see in your head or anything. But kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. But Jamie, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. Wait, That's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. Didn't mean it in a bad way, I think. I really didn't know if you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. Because I meant more and it's kind of cute. Why are you saying all of a sudden? We've only just met! Oh god, the poems. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her last thought. Is that okay, Yuri? You look kinda down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. Oh, it's fine. Alright, I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer if I only read it for you? Fucking straight in there. I don't have too much of a preference either way. I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning too. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Yep, mental note. Did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. Couldn't really find much inspiration since I never actually done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't we find someone to share with? Can't wait. Sayuri and Monica enthusiastically put up their poems. Sayuri is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Suki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well. I do the same myself. You sure so like that? Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to save here then. Because this would obviously have paths. 4 girls, 4 paths makes sense. It's a fucking visual novel. I don't know why I'm playing this. Oh god, we're going for an hour so far. Locke, this is your fault, okay? You've made me play this. Well, I guess seeing that I like Yuri so much. Yuri seems the most experienced. So I should start with her. I trust her opinion, to be fair. Notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. What was that? Did I say that out loud? She first covers her mouth, but ends up covering her whole face. He's going to hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. I guess you're right. What am I getting nervous for? So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. No. Apparently that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly and then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, traces a finger along the words of the poem as if it's breaking down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason why I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And I haven't thought of that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognise in new writers is that you try and make the style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick out writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. The total demand changes, stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There's so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased though. How so? Well, never mind. I shouldn't talk about people like that, sorry. Not sure if Yuri is apologising to herself, to me, or Natsuki. You mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. It's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? And it's in handwriting! Wait, I can join it up. This is gonna be a bit of a struggle, isn't it? The tendrils in my hair illuminate with the Ephemer globe bathing? It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstand the test of time, the last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing out its pristine, breathing. Wait a minute. Can I zoom in? Sorry, I've zoomed. Yeah. Hey, future mate, can you just make sure, like, it looks like I didn't just play this in windowed for like an hour? Someone fucking joint up handwriting. I can't do joint up handwriting. I can't read it. I have difficulty reading this stuff. Where was I? I bathe calm, breathing in of a. Air. I bathe calm, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers, I flicker back. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. It's nice, it's just hard to read. But it took you a long time to read. Dyslexia, what can I say? I don't read script that very often. I actually think handwriting is yeah, it is. It's just a bitch to read. But I'm just a barbarian. Also, I liked your poem, even though it's short, it's very descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. We're glad you like it. I'll be honest, since our first time sharing I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Hoo. Haha. Actually, the story isn't about ghosts at all. Really? Must have totally missed the point then. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember, the poets often express their own thoughts, feelings and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in a last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. It's a lot of solemn doing it that way. I haven't even thought of that. It's impressive. It's nothing really. Yours was as impressive too, so if anything I could probably learn a thing or two. From you, you think so, yes of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this. In the end, I enjoyed it. I'm gonna keep doing my best for you, Jimmy. Me too. Oh god, I have to go through all of them? Shit. Sayori, let's see what you say. This is a good poem, Jamie. Are you sure it's your first time? Yes. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who'd be writing poems in his spare time? Guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. But to be honest, I was afraid you wouldn't do it seriously. Or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy you just wrote one. Just reminds me how you're really part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet. But it doesn't mean I'll break my promise. You see? Like I said before, Jimmy, deep down you're not selfish at all, you know. Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do. Thanks, I guess? I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her now. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That'd be my way of thanking you. What's your poem? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Oh god, I can actually read this. Thank you, Sayori. The way you go through the blinds in the morning makes me feel like you missed me. Kiss my forehead to help me out of bed. Make me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play, or are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. This is just a guess, but did you wait until morning to write this? No! Okay, just a little bit. I can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, that at least makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I tried my best, still. Yeah. Didn't mean to say it was a bad poem. Came out nice, but or how should I put it? Sounds just like you. Really? Yeah, especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late for school? It's bad to skip breakfast. She has a fucking point. Even if I'm running late, I'm having my fucking breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Monica's the best. But next time I won't forget. I'm gonna write the best poem ever. I guess we can do Monica last. Let's do Natsuki, you little brat. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. Just didn't involve any. It just didn't invoke any emotions. So basically, it's not cute enough for your taste. Do you want to get smacked? Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not like you'll like it. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap. Horses can race, owls can seek. Cheetahs can run, eagles can fly. People can try, but that's about it. Simple. It's like a elementary school student did it. I told her you weren't gonna like it. I like it? What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read but it hits you hard. Like in the poem. Seeing everyone around you and do great things can really be disheartening. So I decided to write about it. I guess that makes sense. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight in your wordplay. Like, I set up a rhyme in the end, but then make it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling and yeah, okay. So you did. Guess more went into it than I realised. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Decided to humour her with her last comment. No, I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take it away from her. Right, Monica, hit me with it. Give me the most complicated writing ever. Having a good time so far. I guess? Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or anything we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'll just go on the flow until I get more settled in. Anyway, one share. Yep, it's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Jamie, we're all a little bit embarrassed today, you know? Well, that's the sort of barrier that we'll all have to learn to pass through. Great job, Jamie. I was going oh in my head while reading it. Great job, Jamie. That sounds a bit sarcastic. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. Guess I misunderestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way it always counts when I put in some effort. Aye, that's not fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this sort of handwriting, right? Writing that's full of imaginary and imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who just likes using simple and direct words to this. Yeah, I think I've noticed that. Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively. I was writing about graveyards and explosions. Both are allowing people to get something out of it by just feeling, or letting people deeply analyse over news. Right, where was I again? Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write about like that effectively, both allowing people to get something out of it by just feel, or letting them deeply analyse all the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has this at this point. I haven't really asked though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near level yet. Don't worry so much about that. Do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of art style that suits you. Art style? The style that suits you. Well, I guess poetry is art, so you know, writing's art. Good news, I have an arcan. Everyone else might be a little biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most, so don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Yes, let's see your poem. Don't worry, you said that? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to be not that good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. It doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see, it's a mask. Okay. Oh, this one actually has a bit of a scroll. Hole in the wall. Hole in... okay. Monica, is there something that you haven't admitted to the class yet or something? The club, not class. Hole in the wall. Ugh, bloody hell, I've got the dirty mind. Couldn't have been me. See, the direction of this spackle protrudes. A noisy neighbour, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know I wasn't home. I'll peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel blind like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of a meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't that too bright. It was deep. Stretching forever into everything, a hole of infinite choices. I realised now I wasn't looking in, I was looking out. And he on the other side was looking in. So what do you think? I'm very confused. Can you explain to me more about this hole in the wall? I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. Freeform. That kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on timing between words and lines. So I've completely butchered it, no doubt. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What is the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure how to put it. I guess you could say I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. Epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone becomes better friends with each other. Anyway. Here's Monica's writing tip for the day. Sometimes when you're reading a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a certain specific point. You try so hard to make it perfect, you will never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen on the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big puddle of dark ink. A big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my medical writing abilities. Maybe if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. They're sharing the poems. Yuri's not so impressed. Yep. Tsuki's eyebrows fall in frustration. Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Yeah? Did you say something? That was nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns to the poem to the desk. She returns the poem on the desk with one hand. I guess you can say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clear about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really did not come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked for someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it. And Jamie did too. And based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon. Wait a minute. Yeah. I don't expect it to change anytime soon unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Jamie liked my poem too, you know. He even told me that he was impressed by it. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress a new member, Yuri. Maybe you're just jealous that Jamie appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Oh god, but Argun. See, this is a psychological horror aspect. I knew this would happen. It's gonna be a fucking bloodbath by the end of this. Who's gonna throw the first punch though? If I was so full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way and make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? Ah, fuck's sake. So not only do we have envy over writing styles, but now we have boob envy. I think I made the right choice. I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Jamie started showing up. That's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. She's trying to make me look bad. Yeah, I've noticed. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? Meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to figure it out. Help me explain it to her, Jamie. There's a reason why we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessary limiting yourself, it's also a waste. How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whoever I agree with will probably think more highly of me. Help me, Sayori! Natsuki. Natsuki glances towards me, drying up any words I had in my mouth, so instead turned to Yuri. But Yuri's expression is so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything about her. Sayori, yeah, everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making a friend feel like this? Well, that's her problem, this isn't about her, I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings into our conflict. Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she is being. She would never. That's the immaturity that made her upset in the first place. Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why Sayuri is not having any of this. You guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people. I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems are amazing because they give you so many feelings of just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented, so why are we fighting? Also, Natsuki is cute and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they've always been. Big and beautiful. Sayuri stands triumphantly. Monika stands behind with a bewildered expression. Fuck it, I'll make some tea. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So this is why Sayuri is vice president. Whispering to her, she knows in return. To be honest, I might have come out as a good leader and I can organise things, but I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing. There's no way I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, guess that just means Sayuri is amazing in her own way, isn't she? Guess you could say that. She might be in her head, but sometimes it's really suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. She looks like she's going to trip, and there's the November update for Mav. Nice. Oh, it's the Retica is being updated as well. Sweet. I guess I'll have to look at that later. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to take care of her. Monika smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little more. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. How about you? I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome, in that case we'll do the same tomorrow. Shit. So your poems will turn out even better. Think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kind of poems everyone likes. Any luck, that means I can at least do a better job of impressing those I want to impress. Ready to walk home? Yep, let's go. Yes, it truly has been a while since Sayuri and I have spent this much time together. Can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. So anyway, what happened earlier? What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. It's really the first time I've ever seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, no. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I'm not picking fucking sides. Stay neutral on that. I'm not getting involved. Well, I kinda got involved. Had to be involved. God damn it. I can see why they're good friends of you. You know, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. I think everyone really likes you too. Every day is going to be so much fun. It looks like Sayori hasn't still caught onto the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop here? Pat on the shoulder, I say, that more to myself than anything else, so we'll see what happens, but it's easy to use Sayori as an international monologue sometimes. International? The fuck? Internal monologue. Yeah, let's do this. And back to this. I see how it works now.